Hey there, my name is Gideon, and today we're going to be ranking the top 5 study methods for students. Okay, at number 5, we have mind mapping. So, mind mapping is a study method where you create a visual diagram connecting a central concept to related subtopics using branches and keywords. What is the downside of this method? It's easy to spend 45 minutes making a beautiful color-coded map and feel productive, while actually doing very little heavy lifting. It often leads to passive learning if the student focuses more on drawing than learning. At number 4, we have the Pomodoro method. Now, the Pomodoro method involves breaking your study session into 25-minute work blocks with 5-minute breaks in between to maintain steady mental stamina. The downside of this, for a deep work or creative student doing a complex task, 25 minutes is often too short, forcing a break when you've just understood something, derailing your momentum and frustrating your progress. Put simply, it slows you down because when you get back to studying, you have to spend some time to regain your momentum. Whereas if you had just taken a long study block, frustrates your progress. Method 3. At number 3, we have the Feynman technique. The Feynman technique involves explaining a concept in the simplest possible language, as if to a child, to identify gaps in your understanding. Please be reminded that this involves explaining it to an imaginary audience, not to real people, because people don't have time for you. The downside of this, for a high volume student, such as a biology student or a med student, while it ensures understanding, it is extremely slow, causing you to fall behind, especially if you have a massive syllabus to cover before an exam, as you would have to explain each concept to an imaginary student, so to an imaginary audience. At number 2, we have spaced repetition. Reviewing information at strategically increasing intervals to move it into long-term memory. The downside of the spaced repetition method is, for an inconsistent or busy student, if you miss a few days, the review pile grows exponentially. It can quickly become overwhelming and turn studying into a stressful chore instead of a fun habit. And finally, at number 1, my highest ranked study method is active recall. Active recall involves reading the material, uncovering your book, and forcing your brain to retrieve and reproduce the entire material for exposing gaps in your knowledge. The downside of this, for a comfort seeker or anxious student, this method is extremely exhausting and feels bad because it constantly exposes what you do not know. Many students quit and go back to rereading, which feels easier because they can't handle the ego-bruising reality of failing a self-test. I'll catch you in the next one.